Howdy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Yuragi-sou no Yuuna-san, aka Yuuna and the Haunted Hot Springs, chapter 207. So, last chapter really clarified what Yuuna's regret is, and it actually makes a lot more sense, but I still wish that it included, not having a happy school life and having a family, or, you know, having friends. Like, I really wish Yuuna's regret would have included that, because just having Yuuna regretting not being able to protect Kogarashi still bugs me. But something that I think is really interesting, though, is in the process of, you know, using the noose over and over to protect Kogarashi, she sacrificed being Kogarashi's lover to save him, which I thought was fascinating. And we got to finally see how Yuuna met Nonko, which I thought was really interesting, and we found out the truth about the seal and that Nonko is a mixed breed, which I thought was very interesting as well. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what's in store for us this week. Genryusai-san knows of Kogarashi's destined death. She's finding a way where he survives, even risking her own life. So this chapter is titled Yunohana Yuuna. Can she change fate? I looked for routes where I could save Kogarashi-san from death and predicted futures with many conditions from many points in time. But because Jonosuke-san had abused the forbidden spell to the point where he destroyed his own body, he became even stronger than Uga-san. And every measure I tried only made the damage worse. See, we have... Remember what I said last week? Even if you try to defy what the future, there's always gonna be something. Then in the end, Kogarashi protected us and got destroyed. It was like it was his destiny. Again, it's similar to Goku in Dragon Ball. It's like his because we defied our timeline and Goku didn't get destroyed. And same, you know, with you could make the argument with Trunks about him not getting killed by Cell, and he was able to, and he killed Cell and the androids. He defied his destiny. That kind of shit. Again and again. Oh, let me read this part. Holy shit. Then in the end, Kogarashi-san protected us and got destroyed. It was like it was his destiny again and again. Yeah, and he still got destroyed in the end. You found a way to save Kogarashi-sama? Really, Genryusai-sama? Yes, I came up with a technique that can save him, but it has a low probability of success. The certain way would be to seal Kogarashi-san before Jonosuke-san makes himself stronger with that spell. But if we do that, there will be an all-out war with the West and the East, and the tenants of the Yuragi-Inn will have to be sacrificed. What? But Kogarashi-san will be saved, definitely. I cannot allow that future to happen. If you choose that option, you will not be happy. Wait. You're saying that you would choose, you're saying Yuuna-san would not be happy because the tenants, she's saying that, okay, I'm hoping that this is being said because there will be an all-out war with the West and the East, and the tenants of the Yuragi-Inn will have to be sacrificed. I'm hoping that's the case of why Yuuna would not be happy with this. Otherwise, it would make no sense. Or not make no sense. Otherwise, if it's because Kogarashi would be sealed, and not everything else, or about the tenants of the Yuragi-Inn, and not like the war between the East and the West, like that would just be complete bullshit and selfish. I am indebted to Byakuya-sama. He released me from the pain of having these eyes, and he showed me how to use them properly. I owe him a lot. And that is why I want you two to be happy. So let's keep looking for a better future. I'm still, that's one thing that's been bugging me, is why did Byakuya, like, stop that, stop creating more, Genryusai, and, like, what futures were he seeing in the news? I'm just so curious about that. I'm sure there's something. Ryuzen-san, I'm sorry, I can only encourage you now, but I do not have the spirit power you possess, Genryusai-sama, so there's only so much I could do in those futures you predict. Besides, these predictions are not meant to encapsulate battles. So if I take the same actions as I did in those futures, you're saying it's absolutely impossible to reproduce every single action down to the last twitch? Therefore, in a battle where even the smallest move makes a difference, it's hard to influence the outcome, and that's why I have to find a way to win. There has to be a way where we can defeat this. Or maybe we can try severing the cause before it even happens. You know, you could just try and, oh my god. Try and kill, or seal Jonosuke. You know, you could try, we could have done that, but that would have been hard to do as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. But the other thing is about, you know, I want to read this part again, because this is kind of what's bugging me here. Is this. So if I take the same actions as I did in those futures, you're saying it's absolutely impossible to reproduce every single action down to the last twitch? Therefore, in a battle where even the smallest move makes a difference, it's hard to influence the outcome, and that's why I have to find a way to win. There has to be a way where we can defeat this, or maybe we can try severing the cause before it even happens. Oh man. Okay, I understand what Ryuzen's saying now. What Yuuna is saying. That makes, because I was thinking something else for a second. What Yuuna is saying now makes a little bit more sense. I was just kind of confused that it's absolutely, because what she's saying is, and what Ryuzen is saying is the future is not set in stone. That you can't like predict everything down to like the last like twitch and all that crap. But anyway, thank you, Ryuzen-san. Forgive me, but I'm going to borrow the news for a while. Okay. At that moment, I just wanted to confirm something. What if I had never met Kogarashi-san in the first place? So I tried erasing myself. After unleashing all of her spirit power, she swayed off and vanished like a faint burst of steam. Then I just continued to watch a world where I no longer existed. In that future, the room 204 of the Yuragi-Inn wasn't cheap, so Kogarashi-san never moved in. There were many normal tenants in the Yuragi-Inn who had no spirit power at all, but Nakai-san and Yaya-san had a lot of fun. The Black Dragon God never kidnapped me. Of course, Uga-san never appeared. The Chuma village wasn't attacked by the Yonezakas. Chisake-san enjoyed a normal high school trip. Everything was peaceful. Genryusai-sama, what was that? Please get rid of them. Get rid of my memories, my regrets. If only I had never asked to have that regret of not being with Kogarashi-san. If I wasn't the ghost of Yuragi-Inn, everyone will be happy. Please do it, Ryuzen-san. This body will no longer wield spells well. I understand. I will seal all your memories. Now you will no longer become a ghost. Thank you, Ryuzen-san. But in the end, is this Yuragi-Inn? This is not a prediction, it's real! I ended up as the earthbound spirit of the Yuragi-Inn. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, anyways, the route with the least amount of sacrifices means I have to seal my memories as Genryusai, and I'll temporarily unseal them when Noko-san is about to be assassinated. So in the end, I couldn't find a way to save Kogarashi-san. And I just have to do my best. Then I just have to do the best I can when the time comes. But in order to do that, I'll have no choice but to completely unseal my Genryosai memories. Even if I have to pass on, even if I have to part ways with everyone at Kogarashi-san. Yuuna-san? Yuuna-chan's awake? Thank you, Ryuzen-san. Please leave the rest to me. Whoa! What? So you remember everything now, Genryosai-sama? I'm sorry, this is all my... When you asked me to erase your memories, I didn't seal the memories of your regret. Only the memories of that world where you were gone. Back then you were really panicking. I'm glad that Ryuzen did that. I'm glad that Ryuzen sealed that. And that made me so happy. I'm so happy that Ryuzen just sealed everything that Yuuna saw in the news. Because, like, Yuuna can now really live her life in, the afterlife. But at the same time, she doesn't know her, she doesn't know her regret. But still, at the same time, this really frustrates the hell out of me that her regret is that is not being able to save Kogarashi, which doesn't happen until her afterlife. Like, this frustrates me. That's why he became a spirit in the end, and we weren't able to avoid this situation. That is why I vowed to support you with everything I had. It's the least I can do to pay the price. Thank you for that, Ryuzen-san, but just one thing. Right now, I'm the ghost of the Yuragi Inn, Yuuna. Right now, we're gonna tell you crap. Right, sorry, Yuuna-kun. Hurry it up, Genryosai-san, or Yuuna-san. It's going to recover if, it keeps sucking our energy away. It's starting to rampage again. And we finished analyzing that, mysterious spell Ryuzen-san was using. Basically, it's impossible for multiple people to possess one flesh body or spirit body, but that spell does a pseudo-imitation of that, and it uses a particular feature of possession where your spirit power swells up by a lot to tremendously replenish Fuyuzora-san's faint spirit power, and then we can complete his damaged memories and soul information, using all the different Kogarashi-kuns from each future world. Woo! Now that's interesting. That makes more sense. Okay, so now that we know that makes more sense why we saw all the other girls' possible futures with Kogarashi. That makes more sense because I was like wondering like why the fuck are we seeing these possible futures? Like what was the point in that? Because Kogarashi-kun released almost all of his spirit power, he was about to vanish entirely, not even being able to go to the other side. That's why we have to completely regenerate his spirit body first, and then... the evil spirit recovered faster than I predicted. Now the barrier protecting him is... Fuyuzora-kun? No, we were close! Kogarashi-san! What's going... Wait, is this place the Sanzo... So he's in the Sanzo River! Oh my god! Exactly. Yay! Oh no! God, exactly. God damn, what are you even doing, Kogarashi? Master? Uga-san appears, and what is Kogarashi-san's fate? If anyone is going to save Kogarashi, it's going to be Uga. Which is, based on what Yuuna said, is extremely ironic, but, I'm actually glad that this is happening. This makes sense. So, let me give you my thoughts about, this chapter. So overall, in terms of, like, the spell, that Ryuzen's, using and why we saw, like, all of the alternative futures and shit like that, that makes a lot more sense. I'm glad that got cleared up, but at the same time, the shit that Yuuna's regret is basically something that happens, like, after she dies, is really, for the most part, is just really bugging me. I don't, like, the more I think about it, the more I'm frustrated. And this is how I know, yes, I know you can make the argument that that Yuna is seeing this before, seeing everything, the futures that she's seeing is in the news. Yes, I know you can make that argument, but at the same time, like, she has it. This is shit she didn't. This is like shit that she didn't see until after she became a ghost. But something that I find extremely fascinating is how Yuna basically defied fate by still becoming a ghost, even though Ryuzen sealed everything for the most part. But the other thing that hold on, let me just double check something. I'm gonna just double check something. Oh, okay. Let me just read this part again. So what Ryuzen did was when you asked, she didn't defy what she basically Ryuzen kind of lied in this sense. I'm sorry. Let me reword my statement here, because what Ryuzen did was she didn't seal the memories of Yuna's regret, only the memories of the world where you were gone. So wait a minute. So again, this is why this part right here is why I'm really annoyed about Yuna's regret, because if all the memories of the world that Yuna had gone to were basically gone, then I know you sealed Yuna's regret, but shit, that just doesn't make any sense. But the other thing I wanted to point out, and I'm very curious about this, is even if not only Yuna wasn't around, or what was the if Yuna wasn't around or whatnot, you have to wonder if Jonosuke would have found Kogarashi anyway. And if it wasn't Kogarashi, it would have been someone else. I feel like Jonosuke would have done something. He would have done the same thing, but just with a different vessel. It would have only been a matter of time. At least that's what I think. And then what was the other thing? Oh, and the East-West War? I know what I want to point out what Eunice mentioned after she didn't exist. So yeah, the Chuma village wasn't attacked by the Yonezakas and all that crap, but notice there is a certain person missing. Notice Kurara wasn't mentioned at all, and you have to wonder what the hell happened to them, and it makes you wonder, and what happened to the rest of the what happened with the families. And and you have to wonder if Kogarashi would have still, if Kogarashi would have been taken away because, you know, he had, oh my god, because he is the 7th Yatagane. And now that I think about it, I think, Jonosuke would have somehow tracked down Kogarashi because, remember, he is the 7th, Yatagane. He would have somehow found him down the line eventually, but I still think there would have been a war anyway, because remember what they said about when Kogarashi's powers were sealed, there was the East-West War. I still think there still would have been war anyway if Yuna didn't exist. I really do. I'm very curious what you guys think in regards to that. And also, what would have happened with Byakuya if Yuna didn't exist? Because that's something that's not mentioned here as well. What would have happened if Byakuya? What would have happened with Byakuya if Yuna wasn't there? If Yuna never existed? Would he have kept experimenting and created another Genryusai? Would he continue his research to create the Gerudos and ultimately get into and join the fights against the other families. I'm really curious what you guys think in regards to that. Like, how would have this affected the other families? In all honesty, I still think the East-West Wars would have happened, and I think in the midst of the wars, or during the wars, Kogarashi would have been found, and they would have realized that he was the Yatagane, the 7th Yatagane. Because remember, Kogarashi, like, even before he met Yuna, he was a he was a strong medium. And he had strong spiritual power. So I still think Yuuna-suke would have found Kogarashi and would have done something. But the other thing is, and I think this might actually happen next chapter, and we might, or in the next couple of chapters, especially when if Kogarashi comes back, like I think he will, like Uga's gonna bring him back, is Uga's gonna definitely get involved in this fight against Yuuna-suke. And I really think that if Yuna wouldn't have been there, there would have been a fight between Yuuna-suke and Uga regardless. Let's be real. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I could keep bringing you more Yuuna-san content. There's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, find me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!